Wheatland, Missouri calls the Diamond of Dirt tracks the gem of the Midwest. One of the best short tracks you're going to find all across the nation. And tonight, it is opening night here for the Big Adventure RV Weekly Racing Series. 3 features coming your way, starting out with the late models from here in Wheatland. Everyone, I'm Shane Freeby, Doug Neff alongside for a night of speed here on MAV TV, and we start with the fastest of all the cars, the Hermitage Lumber late models. Heat races already in the books, 25 times around, Doug, for 18 of one of the top classes you'll find across the Midwest.
You know, there's veterans in here, there's young guns, it's all a great mix, and these guys are ready to put on a show for 25 laps and some extra money here tonight.
1,000 to win as we take you through the starting grid for our feature, and it looks like this. Dean Willey has been running stock cars, but he's had his hand on a number of different divisions throughout the years. He's turned his attention to a late model this year, and after the redraw, he moved up 3 spots in his heat. Only came home in 5th, but the redraw puts him on the pole. Jace Parmley won his heat race. The Neosho, Missouri native will earn a front row starting spot as he starts P2. Larry Jones and Joe Walkenhorst back in row number 2. The Capital Kid, Tucker Cox out of Jefferson City, Missouri, starts inside row number 3. And Justin Wells, he is out of Aurora, Missouri. He's a hot shoe. You're going to want to watch him moving up through the field from the 6th starting position. Former winner during Show Me 100 a Week, Peyton Looney, starts inside row 4. Brian Allison on his outside. Another one of those drivers that have been turning wheels in a stock car, in Derek Brown. He's now got a late model. He will start in 9th with Jimmy Dow, former modified driver, on his outside. Josh Dugan and Sean Whitman make up row number 6. Cody Nimmons, he used to run a modified back in the day. He's now behind the wheel of a late model starting in 13th. Then it's Dustin Walker. Larry Ferris, defending champion here at the Diamond of Dirt tracks, had trouble during his heat race. The Nevada, Missouri native will have to start all the way in the very, very last row. And then scheduled to start back there as well was Jason Civils. Civils unable to answer the bell, so he will not start back in 16th as the Bill Roberts Chevrolet Pace truck makes the hard right-hand turn. Lights are turned off, and we are ready to roll from here in Wheatland.
And it's going to be 25 laps. We'll decide it here tonight. Dean Willey and Jason Parmley on the front row, brings it around into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, he looks. It is green flag in the air this time.
Dean Willey with Jace Parmley on his outside. 2 cars are going to run in the Cash Money Series, and if you're running a Cash Money car, oftentimes you think you're bringing a knife to a gunfight whenever you come here and run with the MLRA guys, the open cars, the cars that have been running here on a weekly basis. I think Jace Parmley wants to put that nonsense behind him as he is already out to a 1.3 second advantage over Dean Willey.
Man, Parmley having a great heat race here earlier to put him in the position that he's in. But, man, he is showing that he's got a dead fast car. Willey, no slouch, a veteran with the late models in that second spot.
Battle for second is Dean Willey on the outside. Justin Wells, we told you to watch out for him to see how fast he moved through the field. Well, it didn't take long at all. He is up to second. This car alone, 94 victories in this number 98 machine. He told me before the races started he wants to get 98 this year just to match his car number. He's got to make a lot of ground up as he is now 3 seconds behind Jace Parmley. And how about Joe Walkenhorst? He's up to 3rd in the number 90.
Walkenhorst on the move, a veteran of the track. He was off for a while, came back, now back in that late model. He is doing a great job, and he has put Dean Willey into that 4th spot.
And that number 90 that's running in 3rd right now, a lot of work was done to that over the off season. It was demolished at the end of the season last year on the final race of the campaign. He dropped 10 large into that car to get that Black Diamond chassis straightened back out, and he's running in 3rd right now. Just continues to motor up through the field. We haven't really seen him run up front all that often, but that Black Diamond is really hooked up tonight.
Speaking of somebody who's used to running up front, he had a tough run in his heat race. He started in that 15th position, and he is all the way up to 8th. That is Larry Ferris, Ferris come to us from Nevada, Missouri. He knows his way around Lucas Oil Speedway.
Champion here at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks, and you look at how he did it last year. 4 wins, 9 top 5s. He really battled it out with Cole Henson as the season went along, and Cole Henson's motor expired in June. That really opened up the door for the pilot at 51 to make his way into a championship run, and he did it with ease. Man making the move right now, the 99 to the inside, ducking to the inside of Dean Willie. That is Larry Jones. He is out of El Dorado Springs. He has a black diamond as well. He couldn't get the bladder right in the tank of that car, couldn't bring it out to the track, so he brought out the old GRT chassis. It was just sitting in the corner of the shop. He said, let's go ahead, make the run tonight, dust it off the mothballs and the cobwebs, and right now he has worked his way up into the top 5.
Earlier on, it looked like the 51 of Ferris, which he was making his way up through there, made contact with the wheels on the inside, a little too close on the inside. Don't know if he did damage up front, but he has slowed down a little bit since. But it is still Jace Parmalee up front and with a blistering pace.
Larry Jones up to 5th, Dean Willie 6th, Brian Allison in 7th. The 3 cars in your picture right now as Dean Willie again making the move from a stock car into a late model, and Jace Parmalee now has Justin Wells starting to eat into this lead. Let's keep an eye on this for the next few laps, as Justin Wells was down by well more than a second. Now it's down to 0.7 seconds, and that turn alone right there, you can see him starting to catch up even more. Whenever Justin Wells came here last year, he also runs in that Cash Money Series. He won the only 2 races he showed up and darkened the door here at Lucas Oil Speedway. And when he won those 2 races, he tore the field apart. Now he's right on the back bumper of Jace Parmalee. Parmalee was also in one of those lower divisions a few years back. He's made the shift over, and very rarely do you see this. Larry Ferris about ready to go a lap down. We've seen him lead these races by almost an entire lap, and he is about ready to drop into a lap down category. Now Wells to the outside of Parmalee.
Well, like I said earlier on, and I just happened to notice that he hit the tire on the ends or on the front side, on the left side, and it really kind of affected that car. He's been dropping back ever since. Parmalee and Wells, though, set to put on a show. Here comes Justin Wells, side by side as they go into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4. Will he come out with the lead this time?
He will indeed off of turn 4. We talk right here where they're going through the track right now in 1 and 2. All of those ruts, we talk about that being like a pogo stick or a bad area. Justin Wells used it to his advantage. He was able to get a kick off of one of those ruts, and he was well behind Jace Parmalee. He flew past him. It was like a pole vault move whenever he took off over on the backstretch, and he now has a spot over Jace Parmalee. Tucker Cox now rides back in 3rd.
As they roll through here, it is Justin Wells, the Aurora, Missouri, number 98, your lead. Parmalee now set back 0.7 of a second. He is trying to play catch up to the leader, Tucker Cox, the young gun from Jeff City, in that 3rd spot.
So Larry Ferris has now gone a lap down. Next person to go a lap down is the car in line of Derek Brown. He's now gone a lap down. Peyton Looney, another guy that's been a mainstay here in some of the open classes with the MLRA, with the Lucas Oil late models. He is not faring very well, as now Joe Walkenhorst looks to the inside of the 13. A pass for position there. He's able to get around Sean Whitman. So Justin Wells out in front now by 1.1 seconds over Jace Parmalee. That's the gap between 1st and 2nd. Jimmy Dow and Larry Jones and Dean Willie. All 3 of those cars lap down cars, and how well can Justin Wells get through lap traffic? He got caught up behind Larry Ferris, and it cost him a lap or 2 of making a pass for the lead over Jace Parmalee. This time, he's able to get through those 3 cars pretty much unscathed, and Jace Parmalee now, if he's going to do any catching up, he's got to find a way to work past those 3. Big rut hit that time by Wells. Gets him off course a little bit, has to drift up the track, gather it back in, but whenever he does, he gets right back down on the loud pedal. Tucker Cox now starting to make some moves, and now you see the Boone's Barbecue caution come out. It comes out for Josh Dugan in the 93D. First year he's been in a late model. Brings out the caution for the first time. We clicked off 22 laps. We were cruising. Now we're down to a shootout again. Justin Wells, can he hang on over Jace Parmalee and Tucker? Has been a mainstay here at the Diamond of Dirt tracks where he won last year for the very first time. Finished second in points with 8 top 5s on the year. Can he play into this? Riding around in P3 right now. Mike Striegel whips around that green flag, and don't forget about Joe Diffie. The man on the flag stand gave Joe Walkenhorse his nickname of Joe Diffie. He's been pretty sporty tonight, running around in fourth. He's got Piglet on the top of the car. Can he make that car squeal just a little bit more? Grab 3 more spots as Justin Wells goes hammer down. 3 laps remain. $1,000 payday on the way for whoever wins this feature here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Tucker Cox to the inside of Parmalee. He'll have to dispose of him quickly if he's going to want a chance to catch up with Justin Wells. He grabs second with 2 to go. Brian Allison now, he starts to work into the picture as Parmalee falls in behind the 1T of Cox. They'll see the white flag this time by. Justin Wells sees it first. That lead is now 0.8 seconds over Tucker Cox. Justin said he would like to get 98 wins. That way he could maybe retire the 98. Why would you want to do that when it's this bad fast? He'll get one of them tonight. He's up to win number 95. Justin Wells wins at the Diamond of Dirt tracks. Tucker Cox makes the pass with 3 to go to move up to second.